Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law that he hideth sunrise and sundown. Him I go dear like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth fat fruit in his season. Him leaf never I go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now, they saw them dear like a chaff with the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go stand upon judgment of the sin among them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah love the way of the righteous and the way of the sinner among them always and always. I will perish. Blessed, blessed, and I give thanks and I says unto your name. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepareth a table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Uno anointed I head with no oil, me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I even. May I go dwell in the house of the Lord God Jah. Kadama we groma be ya tela e. How ma uso boldisa? I don't water. It was sickly for. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kochoko, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk Rasta. In every traditional African home there is a Blakk Pot. And each time this Blakk Pot sits on the fire, there is something sumptuous cooking. Very nutritious. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, sizes, colors, aromas, and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the Blakk Pot so that they shall be subjected to some amount of heating. And then they produce food. That food is not even eaten by the Blakk Pot, neither is it eaten by the ingredients, but by us, the eaters. Yet every time, this selfless collaborative effort between the Blakk Pot and the ingredients would always happen. Now the Blakk Pot represents the continent of Africa. The ingredients represent us as a people. We must come together and uphold this lesson of selflessness. How many of us would not want to plant trees simply because we know we will not live long enough to benefit from the shades and the fruits of the trees? We don't even care about the children we are making, who would later inherit the benefits of these trees, the benefits of our hard work, generational thinking. We have also come to enjoy fruits of the hard labor of some people who came before us. They were selfless enough to consider us. Why would we not consider the next generation? This is known as generational thinking. On this show known as the Blakk Pot, we seek to rewire the mindset of the average African. And if the average African's mindset is righted, every other thing will fall in place. Individuals will build schools, houses. They would even build roads and hospitals on behalf of humanity. They will not wait for the government to do that. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kochoko, and here we speak truth to power. We are live on YouTube, and our YouTube channel is Black Empire Media, as you see over there. Black Empire Media, our Black is spelled Blakk. And of course, remember to subscribe to the channel and also click on the notification button so that anytime we appear, you would be the first person to see us. We are also on all other social media platforms. We are called Black Empire Media, and this show is known as the Blakk Pot, aka Kochoko, where we speak truth to power. We are supported by ISIT. And ISIT is just ISIT, which simply means in spirit, in truth. Now, is that platform, social media platform that is so positive. Now, if your social media platform, the regular one that you are on, is giving you problems, so much negativity, we're talking about nudity. We are also talking about violence and racism. Move out and latch onto the new Is It. On Is It, it's all positive. Now, it's an app that has been built by Ghanaian engineers in America. And everybody's talking about this app. Download it from App Store and Google Play. And latch on to Is It. I am on Is It. Are you on Is It too? Now, what are the benefits of being on Is It, apart from the fact that it's more than just positive? More positive than your regular social media platform. Is It would make sure that you go live. Would make sure that it's crystal clear. Sound is crisp and pictures are sharp. Number 2, you can make audio and video calls. And the environment is very, very positive. Upload your videos, upload your photos, and get in touch with other positive-minded people. Connect with family and friends. This is It. ISIT, in spirit, in truth. And my name Blakk RASTA, the Blackport. Kochoko no more. That's it. Now, today we have a number of issues to look at. We have about 6 different issues to look at, and we need to be very fast. Now, the very first story we are looking at is rolling on the screen, and it looks like we're going to court. Watch it. What does it say? Kwasi Nyantakyi seeks to fight shame, disgrace. Kwasi Nyantakyi is this man we are seeing on the screen. At a point, he was the messiah of Ghana football. Many were those who trusted that he was the man for the job. He proved himself, but time after time, his glory waned. The trust people had in him started flickering, and many people started to talk against him. Many were those who talked down on him. Probably that was what brought about the investigation of his activities by Anas Armiyao Anas. And this is an investigative journalist of repute. He never goes in public where everybody knows Anas Armiyao Anas is coming here without the face mask. He covers his whole face with that net that you see there. He's been doing it from time immemorial. He says it's for security reasons. He's hiding his identity. And I do agree that he does so many dangerous things. He's at risk, especially in an environment that is this toxic and vindictive. Anas Armiyao Anas is a trained lawyer and also a trained journalist. So he plies the 2 traits time after time. He decided to go underground and investigate Ghana football. In fact, we all remember the May 9 disaster. We all remember when Accra House of Oak played Asante Kochoko at the Accra Sports Stadium, or Hinejan. And we all remember how poor officiating ended up taking the lives of so many innocent football fans. Many lost their lives. It was one of the biggest football disasters recorded here in Africa. The police also came in and made it worse. They were firing tear gas all over the place and even into the crowds. And many were those who said that was not professional. Many are those who today want to forget what happened on May 9. But we must remember that it was because of poor officiating. Anas Armiyao Anas went underground, investigated, and realized that a lot of referees still took bribes in order to give undue advantage to opponent teams. Now it was time to investigate the big man. So he went all the way to Dubai, set up a setting charade, invited a Dubaian sheikh, in quotes, who he called Sheikh Al-Qahtani. And Kwasi Nyantakyi was invited. And over there, we all saw him on tape in that documentary known as Number 12. 12 for 12 million American dollars. That was what Kwasi Nyantakyi was looking for, so that he will be able to give the sheikh the power to take over Ghana with him. He claimed that he had the president in his pocket. And he also claimed that he was a very powerful man in Ghana football, and he even went into some illegalities. How much money laundering he had been doing. It all aired, and everybody lost trust in this guy, including the president of Ghana, who quickly sacked him and decided to even sue him. When the matter went to court, the state against Kwasi Nyantakyi, Anas Armiyao Anas became the principal or the key witness and wanted to be able to push out some of the bad things happening in society. As he claims, we name and shame the bad guys. He wanted to achieve it to the maximum. He wanted to go to court and testify. But there is one thing that is stopping Anas Armiyao Anas from doing that. And again, it looks like this court case against Nyantakyi may fail. Why? Watch this. Judge warns Nyantakyi will be discharged if witness is not called to testify. Come here, let's look at it. Watch me. High Court Judge Justice Marie-Louise Simmons has issued a notice stating that the former Ghana Football Association President Kwasi Nyantakyi may be discharged if the state fails to present its case. This decision came after Assistant State Attorney Derek Akanyameke informed the court that the state is unable to call its first witness at this stage on May 17, 2022. The court had established conditions for the testimony of the state's key witness, Anas Armiyao Anas. The investigative journalist was required to make himself available in the judge's chambers for Nyantakyi to inspect his face before testifying in the witness box. However, Anas has expressed concerns about this arrangement, citing security threats, and has decided not to make himself available. The prosecutor, Derek Akanyameke, informed the court that the state's legal team has held meetings with the witness to address the concerns raised. He stated that the Republic is considering its legal and procedural options in light of the situation. Lawyers representing Mr. Nyameke, led by Bafo Jawu Bonsu Ashia, raised concerns about the lack of transparency surrounding the trial, making preparations difficult. They pointed out that the state has not even indicated which witness it plans to call to the stand on the next court date. Charles Puozing, representing the other accused person, Abdullah Al-Hassan, requested the court to discharge the two accused individuals. He cited the logistical challenges involved for his client, who resides in Tamale, and the extensive time and cost required for travel. Dash. It's a shame. I think it's a shame. Why is it a shame? Anas Armiyao Anas says, for security reasons, he will not be able to show his face. Kwasi Nyantakyi wants to see his face before he's able to talk. Is there any face that is bigger than the face of the camera? The camera captured everything that happened in that Dubai hotel. The presidency requested for the unedited tape. Anas Armiyao Anas made it available to the presidency. The presidency sat on the tape, watched every single thing on it, and got convinced that Kwasi Nyantakyi was culpable and that he faulted. The court says, before Kwasi Nyantakyi would speak, he would have to see the face of Anas Armiyao Anas in the chambers. My brother, my sister, we must all remember what happened to Ahmed Swale. Ahmed Swale was shot and killed in broad daylight. Anas Armiyao Anas's face should just be seen by one man and his history. It takes only one man to be able to cause a huge disaster. I don't know how many people understand this. Anas Armiyao Anas has gone through a lot of criticism. Many are those who say he hides behind his face to also commit a lot of crime. But my brother, my sister, he came out and made it clear. If anybody has evidence, bring it out. I'm still at sea. Why Kwasi Nyantakyi wants to see the face of Anas Armiyao Anas before he testifies. After all, it was not Anas Armiyao Anas who gave him the money in the Dubai hotel. It was a Dubaian sheikh. I'm not a lawyer. I wouldn't be able to go deep into law. But it smacks of opaqueness. Come here. Hear me now. Is the state going to lose this case against Nyantakyi? How many people are going to trust Nyantakyi even after this? It will be difficult for me to trust him because we saw him on tape and we saw how much he bragged. His own wife came out and said, when I saw my husband talking like that, I knew that there was something wrong. He was not himself. Greed can make people go every length to do whatever they want to do and achieve. For Anas Armiyao Anas, he might not have anything to lose. He has been able to expose the bad guys. If you are unable to prosecute them, then it's a disaster of the state. What else? There's another headline I would like you to see pertaining to this very issue. And this is from City Newsroom. It says, Nyantakyi case, state fails to file witness statements, risk discharge. So it is all over the place. Everybody is talking about this issue. If we are not able to go the full length of this trial, it will be so shameful. But for Kwasi Nyantakyi, even if the court acquits you and says go away, you would walk with a scar on your conscience. You know what happened in that Dubai hotel. The court may physically let you go, but spiritually, deep inside you, you alone know what you did there. We can always work with the law, twist it left, right, and center to favor us. But if we have any conscience at all, there will be a huge scar on that conscience. To God be the glory. Dash and bring me the next item. Next story I want to look at, and it's coming like a bullet from out of gun. Booyaka! My God. Watch this. Chilling Bullion van murders. For some time now, armed robbers are targeting bullion vans in Ghana. And bullion vans are vans that carry money. In Ghana, there will be a huge siren all over the place. Ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong. It's now even safer to send money from one place to another in a taxi than putting it in a bullion van. Because as the bullion van is moving, it's advertising to the whole world. There's money here. There's money here. We are carrying money. And those who are brave enough to attack this van, most of the time, have been able to succeed. Something happened at Blakk Milk. And I'm going to show you a footage of that. Watch this footage whilst I run the commentary. You will see that a white bullion van enters. This Blakk Milk in Accra. Watch, it's trying to reverse. It's coming. It's here to take money. Look at a motorbike arriving from the back. And watch in front. There's another one that is coming. A man has opened the thing. He has fired. Boom, the man's gun has fallen. That's the policeman he has shot there. Look, the gun has fallen down. He's come to the back and he's looking around. Another man comes from there. Watch. What is he going to do? He picks the gun and he's moving. Quickly. they have been able to pick two things quickly. And look at the people in the background all running away. Everybody is running for their lives. The man in front there has gone to pick his motorbike, waiting for the next man to come and sit on, and then they would move. But look at the other motorbike rider. Look at this guy. He sat on it and holding a bag. The other guy is also going away. Bam! They are gone. But they shot and killed the policeman sitting there. How come the door of the car was not locked from within? The driver had already taken to his heels, and the Bullion van is there, standing there, parked there. Whatever happened to this situation, the police has been able to arrest some people. Some people have been arrested. The 4 people, the quartet that went to the place, shot and killed a policeman on duty. How did the people know that the van was getting into the filling station? Did they trace it from afar? Was it using a siren? Right now, I am tempted to ask a big question. Why is it that money would have to be associated with a certain kind of van? Why? Are we not exposing ourselves to criminality? Could we not just put money in just any other vehicle so that we don't draw attention to that? I'm just asking. Even if we want to put money in a Bullion van, should it be this easy to attack and steal from? How many seconds did that operation take? Was the policeman fully protected? Did he wear a bulletproof vest? Was he wearing a camera on him? Could there have been some people from the filling station who leaked information out as to what time the Bullion van was coming to take the money? Well, the filling station has released a statement. But look at what the newspapers are saying. First story. It says, withdraw services for banks not using fortified Bullion vans. Dash this away and bring me the next headline. This is a suggestion. This is the main story. Bullion van attack. Star Oil expresses sympathies to deceased family. Police service. This is the press statement. Star Oil. That's the filling station or the gas station where the robbery happened. This is what they are saying. Run the story. Star Oil has expressed its sympathies to the family of the deceased police officer who was killed in a Bullion van at one of its branches at Blakk Milk on Thursday, June 22. Armed robbers attacked the van a few minutes after it arrived for cash collection at the station. Videos of the incident show members of the public rescuing the fatally shot police from a pickup truck. Come here. Wow. Now the police officer was only identified as Omar according to his name tag. A state issued by Star Oil said, we wish to express our sincere sympathies to the family of the deceased police officer and the Ghana Police Service. It assured to provide further details on the incident on the police. We will provide further details on this incident after subsequent consultations with the Ghana Police, Star Oil promised in its report. Dash. Do we have another video? Other videos are making the rounds, and you will see the shot policeman, just as it's been said in this story, people trying to rescue him, resuscitate him. But no, he ended up dying. But should a Bullion van be this easy to attack? Should it be this cheap to break into? Should it not be more protected? Should the skin not be firmer? This is what somebody is saying. Withdraw services to banks not using fortified Bullion vans. All these Bullion vans are owned by banks in Ghana. Why are they not fortified? Why are the skins not heavy and thick and tight? Should the policemen not even be wearing helmets and all that for the short period that they are going to collect money? These are just questions we are asking. Run the story. He says what? The executive director of the African Center for Security and Counterterrorism, Emmanuel Courtin, has strongly criticized the government for its failure to prioritize the protection of lives through the acquisition of necessary bullion vans for banking institutions. Dash. This is not the first time it's happening. Within a period of 2 years, this has happened over and over. And it looks like we are not learning our lessons. The government said, deadline 1st July. All bullion vans should be very, very thick-skinned and well protected. In the interim, armed robbers know that before that time, this is their cocoa season. So they are attacking. From now to 1st July, only God knows how many more bullion vans will be attacked. But I'm happy to say that the 4 people who went to the filling station to rob and kill the policeman, we are told that they have been arrested. The police has not issued any report yet at the time of going to press. But we hope justice will be done. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kochoko, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have more. Hey! Wayo!
Blakk Pot, Kochoko.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kochoko, where we speak truth to power. We pray that these 4 people have really been arrested. That is what is going around, but the police has not issued any official information. And we are also hearing that the police is still looking for the 4 people. The police is asking the general public, after releasing a few photographs left, right, and center on social media, to help to accost these bloodthirsty murderers. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kochoko, and here we speak truth to power. Come here. Next story. And what does it say? Watch it. It says, gay ambassador cancels Cameroon visit. Gay ambassador cancels Cameroon visit. Wow. Who is this gay ambassador? Okay. All right. All right. He's from France. I know this man. Ah, is he a gay ambassador? I never knew that. All right. And who is the president of Cameroon? He is Paul Biya. That's him. A very dirty president who has disturbed his people all these years. He's too old to rule. He doesn't even remember the name of his own children and all that. But he's still president because some people are making money out of his loose ethics and all that. Run the story. And this is from Ghana Web. It says, France's LGBTQ plus ambassador cancels trip to Cameroon after stiff opposition. Come here. Stiff opposition. Wow. From who? Ambassador Jean-Marc Berton, France's LGBTQ rights ambassador, announced the cancellation of a planned trip to Cameroon following opposition by the host country. The Cameroon government formally objected to the visit, stressing in a foreign ministry statement that homosexuality was criminalized under existing laws. Jean-Marc Berton was due to visit the Central African country from 27 June until 1st July to discuss gender rights, multiple media channels reported earlier this week. But Cameroon's foreign minister, Lejean Mbela, in a French language circular cited by Ghana Web, noted that the government disapproves of the planned visit. Homosexuality, the statement said, qualified as a crime of common law in Cameroon. Recently, Cameroon's National Communication Council warned the media against promoting homosexual content. The BBC Africa Live report added. Dash. This is the same thing happening in Uganda. Yoweri Museveni says you can't promote it on TV, you can't even talk about it publicly. During the World Cup, there was a plane painted in LGBT colors that was supposedly supposed to be landing right there for the World Cup, but it was ordered not to land. Whatever the reason was, whether it was asked to relocate, whatever it was, they were disapproving of homosexuality and gayism. Now America and some other countries are busily in Africa ordering African nations, twisting their arms to accept homosexuality. Yet they dare not go to the Arab countries and tell them this. It's one of the things I can't seem to understand. Every nation is a sovereign country. So where one country decides that these are our virtues, you must accept them or else we visit you with harm and punishment. It means that you cease to be sovereign, and at the same time, you are a low-class thinking human being. You have to wait for people to show you and teach you what to do. No African president can go to America and say, listen, polygamy is very good and it's nice. We are asking you to accept that in America, or else we will do A, B, C, D to you. Can you dare do that? But because African leaders are so stupid, a lot of them, they are unable to stand on their 2 feet and ask for the right thing to be done. They are always running to them, asking them for peanuts. When we, the individuals, even get a visa to go to England, America, and all those places, it's like we are going to heaven. So once we have given them this kind of attention, they know that they are indispensable. They will come to us and try to teach us how to become human beings. After all, when you are always in need, running after a man for the crumbs of his table, he would be able to sit you down and teach you how to become a human being. You see, asem tuwa, sebi, kwa siabia timitufu. Our elders say, when you are in trouble, any idiot can give you advice. After all, you are now vulnerable. We are in a vulnerable situation in Africa, where our leaders are running hook, line, and sinker and begging Europeans and Americans for peanuts, things we can do for ourselves. So any junk they have, they throw it at us. Any decision they make, any propaganda they have, we are the first targets. It's sad. I don't like Paul Biya. He's a dirty, crazy president. I don't like Yoweri Museveni. Yoweri Museveni is another dirty old president in that country. But I like them for standing their grounds. And it's not because I hate gays or whatever, but I hate somebody who tries to force his opinions on another person. Coerce them, that's the word. Coerce. Use force. If you don't accept that, we are going to visit you with sanctions. That's what America is childishly doing. If you don't accept it, we are going to punish you. Where in the world would you hear this? It's so sad and terrible in a which way. Cameroon, come here. We thank you for standing your grounds, and we thank you for standing firm. Anytime you want to accept homosexuality, I pray that that's if you want to accept it at all, you accept it without another man putting pressure and force on you to accept it. It doesn't make sense. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kochoko, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we talk more. Hey! Wayo! spiritual blend of Jamaican reggae and indigenous African roots music is affectionately called Kochoko.
This year, all the ancestors and spirits of Africa will descend to celebrate the Kochoko Roots Festival 2023.
Happening live at the Alliance Francaise, Accra.
On Saturday, June 24 at 7 p.m. sharp till you pass out.
Artists in action are Black RASTA Kochoko legend, His Royal Excellency Taj Weeks from St. Lucia, Kyushan Dea from St. Vincent, Rasim Porsche and Zedmo from Burkina Faso, the land of the upright. Now the rest of the Kochoko warriors are Ras Kuku from Puom, Ras Bumba, Konkaraja Vibes, Black Messiah, Rena, Ras Preacherman, Vibration Kings Band.
Special Kochoko guest for 2023 is Samuel Owusu, a high life legend. MCs Kin Lagazi and Ras Kwame Malcolm.
This year, the Kochoko Roots Festival comes with the Coco Roots Festival. Come and drink free cocoa, box with kose, masa, and vegan kebab and kuli kuli.
All this for free. This is crazy. You are either at Kochoko Roots Festival 2023 or in hell. Rate is 100 Ghana cedis flat. Date Saturday 24 June 2023. Time 7 p.m. sharp. Media partners TV3, 3FM, Onua FM, and 3news.com.
Sponsors Rasta Chokomalt, McBancy, ASSIN, Vegan Port.
Suffer, rich man lady suffer, lie. See them a come. Skip a judge. Blackpot, Kochoko, man.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kochoko, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Black RASTA. Oh my God. Did you see that disaster? 348 people gone. Kinshasa in Zaire, 1996. May it never happen again. Next story. And what does the story say? It says what? Mahama decries corruption. Come here. Who is Mahama? Former President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. Many were those who said he was corrupt. In fact, until real corrupt Nana Akufo-Addo came, this was the king of corruption in Ghana. They said he was incompetent. We didn't want to see him. We decided to kick him out as president. He did everything he could towards the last end to hang on to power, but it didn't work. He left with his shoulders high. He said posterity will judge us and see that we did a good job. He was not the best president we had, but he's far better than this president that we have, Nana Akufo-Addo. He's seeking to return to power, and many Ghanaians are looking forward to having him. I see this man as a changed man. I see him as a man, and in fact, he's already apologized for the bad things in his government. He is seeking to be re-elected so that at least he can leave a stronger legacy. I can't wait to see a man like this turn the tables around. I can't wait to see how people become better people. I pray that this is true of this man. Mahama decries corruption. At where? Watch the headline. And this is from City Newsroom. It says, corruption hinders economic development. Let's fight it, Mahama to Africans. Watch it. Former President John Dramani Mahama is calling on Africans in both the public and private sectors to fight corruption. Mr. Mahama described corruption as an economic malady that hinders development. He raised concerns about graft, which he said thrives due to the layered irresponsibility of institutions and state actors who are required to fight it. The former president made these comments when he was the special guest at the 53rd annual conference of the Nigeria Institution of Surveyors and Valuers under the theme Asset Valuation as a Global Anti-Corruption Tool. The Nigeria experience. Dash. In fact, you see, whenever we talk about corruption, I don't seem to understand why a man would want to be corrupt. Without corruption, we all would live in peace and harmony. But because of some people's laziness, they want to sleep 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, and still be able to have what people who work 25 hours a day and 8 days a week have. Even the Bible says the hand that does not work must not eat. Corrupt people are normally lazy. Corrupt people are witches and wizards. Why would a man want to cheat another person who has worked hard for what he's supposed to have? Because anytime you are corrupt, you are denying somebody what should have been rightfully his or hers. When you steal from the government, don't think that you are stealing from a void. You are stealing from the people. Government officials are corrupt. Teachers are corrupt. You won't go to class. At the end of the month, you are paid as if you went to class every day. That is corruption. State-owned cars you use for your personal journeys and activities. That is corruption. We have to think about this. Until we are able to tell each other and tell ourselves that corruption is stealing from ourselves. That's what corruption is. Corruption means stealing from yourself. Denying yourself what is supposed to be yours. That's corruption. When you steal and the hospitals are not being built, when you are sick and go to the hospital, what treatment you are supposed to get, if you don't get it, remember that you stole that treatment from yourself. Is this too deep for some people to understand? Crops that were supposed to be produced, but because you stole from the fertilizers and all that, stole from the state, they are not able to buy fertilizers and buy some other such things to produce these things and farm implements. So you have a meager harvest. And when everybody goes hungry and you go hungry too, you do not understand that it's because you stole from yourself. That's why these things happened. In fact, corruption is actually a mental disease. If you are mentally sick, that is when you have it in your mind that if you do not steal, you won't be able to make it. If you truly believe yourself, no matter how much frustrations you go through, you should be able to make it. After all, how much food do you really need? Let's think about it. Can we have a corruption-free country? Not everybody might be corruption-free, but if a big chunk of the country is corruption-free, we will see the effects. There is no corrupt nation that has ever prospered. Think about it. Anyway, President Mahama is saying nothing but the truth, and I believe that he himself has learnt his lessons and that he will be able to stand firm and fight corruption next time he gets the opportunity to do that. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kochoko, where we speak truth to power. Next story. And the next story says what? NPP sprays cash for votes at ASSIN North. They did it in Cameroon. NPP is the party in power led by Nana Akufo-Addo's corrupt government. Ali Baba and the 6 trillion thieves. They went to Cameroon, pretended to be building roads for the people. And when they won the election, we were told that they abandoned all those road works. And the people are there complaining now. It looks like the voter, the Ghanaian voter, the electorate, doesn't have common sense. If a man comes to you and gives you money, it means that he knows that he has denied you of something that should have gone to you. That is why he's coming to buy your conscience right now. Do you have a birthright at all? How many of you read the Bible? Do you remember the story of Jacob and his brother? Do you remember the selling of the birthright? If a man can take food to eat and sell out his birthright. It's the same thing you are doing. They give you a cup of rice and 50 cedis and you vote for them. What are you going to tell your children one day? That you are stupid, foolish, ignorant, idiotic? Think about it, brethren. Any politician who comes out to you and gives you something, you are a good man to give him a good slap and tell him to go to hell. Don't slap them though. Call the police. When you have a corrupt police too, it's difficult to have justice. But when you start refusing them, they will get to know that, no, people are becoming very conscientious. Why should a man pay you for you to vote for them? That is what NPP is doing there. Politicians in general cannot be trusted. This is what they are doing. NDC is bringing back Jackie Kwasi, who I don't want to hear of. Because that's another man who is supposed to be languishing somewhere in jail. Dual citizenship. He came to stand here, according to Alute Jacobs. On two occasions, he was disqualified by his own party because he was not ready to let go of his Canadian citizenship. Why should I cry for such a man? Because some of you get peanuts from them, you can't speak your mind. Dash. Last story we are looking at today. Is that right? It's about Rex Omar. Rex Omar is a Ghanaian musician. Rex Omar has sued AKOSUA AGYAPONG, who is also a Ghanaian musician, for defamation. In fact, they used to belong to the same music group known as the Narco Rex. Rex Omar is angry. A few hours ago, there was a statement from the lawyers of Rex Omar. And I want you to see the statement. Watch it. That's it. Bentel. We all know that law firm, right? And he says, Ray, dear madam, demand for immediate retraction and public apology of defamatory comments made against Mr. Rex Owusu-Maafo. Come here. This is serious. It says, we are lawyers for Rex Owusu-Maafo, aka Rex Omar, the client, and we write to you upon his instructions. And when you read it, it says, this woman, AKOSUA AGYAPONG, a very fine woman that I love and respect, has been going from one radio station to the other for the past how many years, defaming Rex Omar and calling him all sorts of names. When I saw this, I wanted to be sure why Rex Omar is doing this. And two, whether he's actually the person doing this, especially in these days that we have so much fake news. And interestingly, when I spoke with Rex Omar, he told me why he's doing what he's doing. Let's listen to the tape.
I have now, for now, not sued her, but I'll ask my lawyers to give her 14 days to go on all the platforms that she's been defaming and assassinating my character for the past 5 years, calling me a chief, stealing from Gamro, without any evidence. And I'm giving her 14 days to do that. Other than that, my lawyers have instructions to sue her on my behalf.
What is the defamation all about? What has she actually said about you?
She said I'm a thief. I'm stealing from Gamro. She's gone ahead with various occasions that I'm a criminal, I'm a thief, embezzling Gamro's money. One of the occasions, she even went ahead that stealing out to the extent that I've even stolen from my own brother-in-law. All these kinds of stuff, with no evidence whatsoever. So I want her to bring the proof or she should go back and swallow her own vomit. Otherwise, she will face the law.
Are you angry?
Kind of, because I will not build my brand for 40 years. For somebody to just assassinate, it takes 40 years. You know how difficult it is to build a 40 brand. For somebody to just use a map out of whatever it is, tarnish my image. Now, when my children are even going out, they say, so it's gone that far. So I will not allow that to happen to me.
Finally, do you have any personal issue with AKOSUA AGYAPONG?
No whatsoever that I know of. I don't have any personal issue with her. I've never had any personal issue with her. The reason why she's doing that is best known to her.
Rex, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Well, you had me speak with Rex Omar. I asked him if he was angry. He says, very, very angry. Something like that, sort of. And he is a man who has built a reputation for 40 years. He said, you can't call me a thief. My children go to school and people meet them outside and they say, your father is a thief. He's been stealing from Gamro. And he is the president of Gamro. What do you think? Come here. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kochoko, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk RASTA. I want to say thank you so much. Remember, Kochoko Roots Festival is happening Saturday, the 24th day of June. Are you coming? Come. Shatawale is performing. Taj Weeks from St. Lucia. Q-Shandeya from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Samuel Owusu is our high life legend. Blakk RASTA is playing. Rasim Posh is coming all the way from Burkina Faso. We also have the great Zedmo from Burkina Faso. Raskuku. We have the wonderful Conqueror Vibes playing. And we have two beautiful ladies playing. AC and Rena. Oh, what a concert. It's the biggest concert of the year. The biggest of the year. We are waiting to see the one that will crash this. The biggest in terms of the lineup. We have Michael Fabulous from Jamaica. We also have from Jamaica, Tona Hoop playing. Black Messiah is playing. We also have, Rasbumba playing. Friction from VIP playing. Ras Preacherman from Tamale playing. 20 solid artists, including Jupiter. Is this not the biggest reggae concert ever had? Kochoko in the whole country and beyond. Get your tickets here. Call these numbers and buy your tickets. Yes, buy your tickets. And I'm talking about advanced tickets because it's a small place. If you don't buy your tickets now and you come and the gates are closed, security is going to be tight, you will not be allowed in. This is Kochoko Roots Festival. And when you come in, you get free cocoa to drink. Proper cocoa, not Accra cocoa that looks like water, rainwater. No, proper cocoa. When you shake it, it stands gidigba, gidigba. You take it with cocoa, kose, masa, and kuli kuli, plus some vegan kebab. What are you waiting for? This is the show everybody has been waiting for. Kochoko Roots Festival, the biggest. Thanks so much to all the artists. Thanks so much to the bands. And thanks so much to the wonderful people of Ghana for accepting us. This is the 8th year of Kochoko Roots Festival. And remember, we are here to stay. The Vibration Kings Band is also playing with the Mighty Orthodox Band. I love these people. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kochoko, And here we speak truth to power. I'll catch you again another time. Hey! Wayo!